Hello everyone and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program with Kerbal Space Adventures. In our last episode we went to Eve and we mapped Eve, and that was super fun, but unfortunately Eve doesn't have anything on it that we really want right now, which means Eve has been relegated to a secondary target. That actually leaves only 2 bodies in the entire Kerbal system that I have not mapped. The first being Moho, and the second being Eeloo. And the great part about that is Moho is of course the first planet in the solar system and Eeloo's the last, and so there's kind of an irony in that, I think. But today we will be taking a trip to Moho, and what's great about this is that the rocket that we use to get to Eve should be able to get us to Moho, and for that reason I'm going to lag out really quick. We want to find the ISAT. I know it's in here. Here it is. Okay. So this is, and I do apologize for the slow load, but this is our vessel of choice. Now this is the ISAT, but since we already have an ISAT, I guess we need to call this something else. Well, I'll think of something in a minute. But basically, this is, I'm pretty sure this will make it to Moho without an issue, and because of that, I think we're just going to send another one of these out. But I brought you guys into the hangar because I wanted to show you this. I added, to the vessel info, I added vessel cost. I don't know why, I thought it was funny because I get to see how much the vessel that we're sending costs. So, $47.74 million, I guess, or million Kerbucks, or how whatever Kerbals use for money. We need 47.74 million of them to build this little itty bitty rocket. So that's going to be something I think we're going to talk about in the future while we build, because eventually they are going to start getting towards career mode. And career mode is going to create financial hardship, to where something even as simple as this, even though it did get us to Eve, something as simple as this rocket could be prohibitively expensive. I'm not going to set any kind of limitations on myself. This is just here for a fun, interesting little number. Check it out. Don't worry about it. Whatever. I did put in part count, crew count, crew capacity, and crew count, as well as vessel mass and surface thrust weight ratio. I don't think we're going to change this, because if we get up into orbit and it turns out this won't make it to Moho, because when we ended up at Eve we only had 107 meters per second of fuel left, and that was a pretty tight run, but we're going to go ahead and try anyway. But yeah, if we get up into orbit and it turns out it won't work, then of course we'll take a hitchhiker up and we'll use that to get to Moho, and that of course will get us to Moho no problem. So let's go ahead and name this little beastie. Not sure what to name it just yet. I mean, it's just a map sat, really. We'll call it, no, that's just silly. Oh crap, now I can't think of anything. Let's call it Momo. There are several reasons for that. There's slightly, well, they're not really personal, but, well, yeah, we'll call it Momo. That's just my thing for it. So yeah, so we'll just call this KSA Momo. This will get us to Moho, which will then we will map Moho, and if it doesn't have any anomalies, once again, we will put Moho down on a secondary list of things to do. If for whatever reason it does have anomalies, we'll figure out where to go from there, of course. So we've already seen this thing launch. We know it works. We've seen it fly. We know that works. So depending on how things go, this episode may be a little short. I mean, it's really short. Don't have to build the rocket. It's right here. Don't really have to show off launching and flying, because we already know that works. So really, I think I'll just see you guys in orbit, mostly, depending on how it goes. And if we need a hitchhiker, we'll do that part. If not, we'll fly out to Moho, and then we'll just check out Moho. And so this might be really short, and if it is, I'll try to figure out something else to tack on to the end for you guys, so you're not out an episode with some really short little, you know, thing. So I'll see you guys up there in the sky place. Alright everybody, here we are in orbit. Just wanted to give you a heads up that there's a little bit of frame rate issues. Not huge right now, but it may become a problem later on. I did some upgrades. Yeah, I did some upgrades to make KSP run better. It made KSP run worse. I don't know what the hell happened. Honestly, I don't know what the hell happened. But we did make it up into orbit just fine. It was very, very laggy coming up. I did some corrections and whatnot to try to get my frame rate up. But with this little teeny tiny rocket, we're down to 15-ish frames a second. So I'm thinking maybe I wasn't 100%. So hopefully this will go well. I do still have to do a burn, or figure out a burn to get to Moho if we can. We're going to try. So I will work on that off screen really quick, and then we'll be right back to do our burn and hopefully get out to Moho without too much frame ratey issues. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Alright everybody, I did the calculations, tried really, really hard. The moon's in the way for one. Yeah. But even when I was able to get around the moon, the minimum burn I could get was about 1600 meters a second, and that's 200 meters a second more than what we currently have in our fuel tank. We could use the little main body fuel tank to get out there, but we do have to slow down, and Moho probably has much lighter gravity than Eve does. And so therefore I'm just going to go ahead and split the difference. We're going to take up a hitchhiker, going to dock it, we're going to rock and roll. Of course, the hitchhiker unit by itself is not good enough for KSP 0.19 because of several reasons. One of which is we have no clamps, or we have no quantum struts. So let's go ahead and slap on some quantum struts. Once again, I do apologize for the frame rate issue. That's something I'm going to have to work out. But we'll worry about that another time. Why is that not going for 4s? Apparently it doesn't go for 4s. So that won't work because it connects right there. So, well, you know what? The hitchhiker has quantum, or the other unit has quantum struts. So this one doesn't need quantum struts. That's just being redundant. So we'll ditch the quantum struts. What we do need, though, however, absolutely, is not showing up. Where are you, little friends? I know you're here. Do not hide from me. They're under utility. Ah, here we go. Page 1. No, I was on the wrong page. Okay, we need several of these. We need several lights. So we should put our lights someplace useful. Let's go ahead and just 4, I think, would be enough, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Awesome, excellent. And then down here at the base, I think we should put. You know what? Let's just go all hog wild on this, shall we? Let's see if we can do that. Can we go hog wild on this a little bit? I don't think we can. Unfortunately not. So we'll just have to do this way and just do 4, I think, here as well. Yeah, we'll do 4 here as well. I was going to put like a ring of like 8 at the bottom, but it doesn't seem to be showing up. We also have here, we'll put some in the middle, because it's important to have ones near your docking clamps. Maybe these ones can do 8, yeah? You think? What do you think? Yeah, they don't really fit perfectly well. You kind of have to adjust like this, and that's just not going to cut it. I don't want my light coming from nowhere, so let's go back to 4. We'll say 4 again. Just kind of, yeah, it looks like they're going to fit about here-ish. There we go. That should work. That should cover it. That should cover all 4 ports without too much difficulty. We probably won't be docking it like that per se, but hey, what the hell, right? And 4 more, you think, just for funsies, right here? Boom. So we have 4, 4, 4, and then the 4 at the very tippy top. And the 4 at the very tippy top should be enough to light up, at least underlight this, if not overlight it. We may have to redesign it later, but right now it's perfectly balanced, and perfectly balanced is more important than where all the lights are. So there is the KSA Hitchhiker 1. We will absolutely take this into... I'm gonna spin the camera a little bit here while I do this, pardon me. There we go. Yeah, so this is the KSA Hitchhiker 1. We're gonna go ahead and take this into space and dock it with the Momo. And so I will see you guys when we're up there. Yeah. Alright everybody, pardon the low frame rate, but I want to see if this happens again. It happened the first time, once the physics engine kicked in. I want to see if it happens again, and I want it caught on camera in case it does. Okay, wobbly, 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 wobbly. Are we good? Alright, looked like a little aberration then, because for whatever reason the first time the whole thing just blew up. Don't know what happened, just exploded. But yeah, he's very wobbly. That might be what happened, is it just wobbled itself to death really fast. But before we wobble ourselves to death, I wanted to show you guys this. There you go. There's our lights. So yeah, we have way more than enough lights to get this done. So I'm going to launch this thing into space. I guess you guys can come with me while I'm here, just for funsies. It's, you know, better to have it on camera and see what's up. Oh, so I'm stage locked. Oh no, it glitched out on me. Didn't? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good? Alright. I don't know why it does... Why does that? So, I waited too long. Unfortunately, I waited too long, so I'm going to have to launch this thing super quick. But yeah, I don't know why it stage locked on me like that. Anyway, I'll just get this thing into space. We know it flies. We've done it before. Right now, we're just dealing with a physics issue here on the launch pad. Did I say runway again? I did, didn't I? Take a shot. Okay, here on the launch pad. I'll get it fixed. We'll get it up into the Atmo and out into the space place, and then I'll join you guys again when we're docking up or docked up. So I'll see you guys there. Alright, everybody. Bad things are afoot. Our first attempt, and I have forgotten how hard it is to get this rocket into orbit. I forgot how heavy it was, so unfortunately we are dropping back towards the surface. Now there's a chance we may recover. We are doing almost orbital speeds, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to do so. So I'm going to try to tilt ourselves up, see what happens. Probably nothing, but I will tell you something. This is going to demonstrate something I was kind of hoping to show you guys. Kind of during this video, you know, since I did say it was going to be so short. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe with the frame rate issues, this might actually not be a good thing. We'll have to find out. So we're at 38,000 feet, doing 20... Yeah, we're slowing down, unfortunately. We did not make it. So we are going to be coming crashing down. So I wanted to show you this to you guys, now that it has begun. Here we come. Such a destructive force that is. Too bad. A highly destructive force. What's going on, you might ask yourself? What is happening, KB? I don't understand. Let's kill the engine, and let's just roll ourselves in. What is happening right here is that is the result of the Deadly Reentry mod, which I have had installed since I started Season 3. We haven't had the chance to test it out, but there it is. So yes, Deadly Reentry mod has been installed. It is fully functional. Kerbals are now in danger. I mean, there's not a lot of places that have atmosphere, but there are a few. And when we go to them, or come back to them as Kerbin is, we do have to make sure our Kerbin are protected. So, lost a $46 million rocket to bad piloting, I guess you could call it. We almost made it. That was my bad. I forgot. I really did forget how heavy it was to get up into the atmosphere, so I was flying it more like a lighter rocket. I can either do some editing, or I can do what I was originally going to do. I know it'll get up there. We've gotten it up there before. That's why it's, you know, we had the Hitchhiker out there. It works. It's a hell of a great rocket. So I'm going to try to get it back up into the sky for you guys as best I can. What the hell is that over there? I think that's parts. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, we exploded due to overheating. So yeah, we do have the deadly reentry mod installed. So, you know, a little bit of bonus for you guys. So I'm going to try to get that thing back up into space. And once again, I'll see you when we're about to dock this time. Swear. Alright, everybody, here we are up in the sky, ready to dock. Hopefully this dock will be really, really fast, even though my frame rate really, really isn't. Because I am able, of course, to have the docking camera here, which, we're on the dark side, so maybe I'll get lucky and see what I'm aiming at, which might be that right there. But it's hard to tell from here. Because of that, we're just going to try our best to do what we can do, and I'm going to try my best, of course, to remember how to fly this thing, because it's acting all funny. But there we go. Alright, so that should get us centered, but we're not really, so we should really that way a little bit. So yeah, it's going to take us a little bit. It says 3-ish minutes, so let's just go ahead and speed up time. Not really the hello not the safest thing to do, of course, but there it is. Alright, we seem to be a little low. I don't know why my SAS unit is doing that. I wish it would stop. I hate when it does that. Alright, so we want to... yeah, we want to rotate. We want to stay unrotated. We want to go up. Oh, there it is. There's the little guy right there. I think that's him. So this is going to be a combination of this camera and this camera, because I am in chase cam, of course. And that should be just fine. Yeah, unfortunately with the rotation issue, it still is an issue. it still is an issue. But luckily we can kind of calm it down a little bit, but it's not perfect. So you just have to be kind of careful. Alright. You can also do this, of course, and turn that off, and then cheat. And lock yourself in kind of position. Sad as that may be, it is kind of a way you have to do it from time to time. So let's see. We get within 2.3 meters, which is really, really nice, actually. See, even when you just turn on your SAS unit, it automatically starts bumping you about like it needs you to do that or something. I don't know. Well, you know what I haven't done yet? You know what might help? If I set that as target, it'll actually give me a crosshair here. You can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, we're a little bit on the low side, so let us go down. I think we need to go down a little bit. There we go. And then up a little bit. See, with this chase cam, or with this docking cam, it makes things so much easier. So much easier. Alright, there we go. So that should be about right, I hope. Might adjust a little bit just in case. And we're coming in for a nice, clean-ish, even though my SAS unit's going all wobbly. A nice clean dock should be perfectly dead on. Even though we're not exactly even, but that's okay. Come on, little guy. Click on. Clunk. Ta-da! Turn that off. Might make life a little easier for the both of us. We'll stop our rotation a little bit. He's having a lot of trouble. There we go. Hey, check it out. So now we are docked with the hitchhiker, and we will turn off our lights. I think we're not on the dark side really anymore. Yeah, so we're good to go. Wonderful, wonderful. Let us check our stages, though. Let us check our stages. Whoa, don't like this. Do not like this at all. Go away. Alright, that engine should not be on. It isn't, so we will do this. That should be about right. Actually, this should be... Mimi? Like that-ish? Yeah. I think that's the way it goes, because that's that engine, that's that engine, that's that engine. We should be good to go. Alright, excellent. So, looks like we are ready to... Why do I feel like we're falling into the atmosphere? Why do I have that sensation? Am I fast forward on time? 1 second. No, we're just... That's just the angle. Oh, I know why. Free cam. Now we're actually flying versus the camera tilting with us. Okay, so it's a chase cam. It's like, whoa, screwing me up. Alright, so now we have to get to Moho. Yay! That's going to take a little bit of a burn because Moho is not anywhere near where it's supposed to be. That was my fault. For that reason, I am actually going to have to go off camera for a moment in order to basically just get this in a position where Moho will be available to us. And once I'm done doing that, we can burn our way to Moho. Finally, the last of the unknowns. The Moho. Well, no, I lie. Elu's out there somewhere. Elu, of course, yes. So, Moho, the almost last of the unknown. I'm pretty sure that little blippy blop right there, if you can see it, is Minmus. So cute, so tiny. So yeah, I will get that all set up for us to go, and then of course we will absolutely go to Moho. So I'll see you guys there. Alright everybody, everything is set up and ready to go. I had MechJeb's help a little bit. Moho is such a teeny tiny target that trying to use a maneuver node manually to edit it was extremely impossible, so I was actually able to use MechJeb maneuver node editor to do the information that I needed in order to edit the maneuver. So, you know, it's very generic. I got it about as close as I can. It's about 700,000 meters. If we get our burn right, I'm hoping that we will. So, I have MechJeb doing the burn. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, MechJeb cheating, ah! And I would have loved to do the Moho burn on my own, but like I said, such a tiny target. Such a tiny target. When we get closer, I will do all that stuff manually, but I think for this one, I'm going to go ahead and admit, yes, I'm using MechJeb just a little bit, partly to test it out, which it works wonderfully, and partly because Moho is one of those things that's just really hard to get to. So it's going to be a long burn, unfortunately, so I'm not going to keep you guys around, But absolutely, 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 I will see you guys when we get closer to Moho, or at least, you know, when we're halfway there if we have to adjust. I don't know how good MechJeb is at getting an exact burn, so I'm gonna have to compare the stats here with MechJeb's stats with how he burns. So we'll have to see. But depending on how things go and if nothing goes wrong, I will see you at Moho. So see you there. Alright everybody, there's Moho. I was gonna try to do a solar transversal, but it's on the right of the sun, between, you know, us here, sun there, Moho there. My bad. At the same time, I just caught it a minute ago because I kept looking down because I thought I was coming in over the top of it. Nope, coming in to the right and down below. So there it is, there's Moho, or at least a sliver of Moho right there. MechJeb didn't do perfect, unfortunately. It got within 200,000 kilometers, I think is what it was. You know, a lot, but not close enough. So I had to do a mid-flight adjustment. Oh, we're there, no target. So I had to do a mid-flight adjustment, and unfortunately, and that didn't take very much at all. Not what I needed. That didn't take very much at all. So lucky for us, we're good to go. We do have to get into orbit, and I'm going to go ahead and do that off screen once again because it's not really super special. But there it is, there's Moho for the first time. I've never seen it. I don't know how many of you have ever seen it. I don't think many people come this way. Probably because there's nothing in here. But we're close, we're good to go. So yeah, I'm going to get in close. We're going to do a deorbit burn, and then we're going to check out Moho for the first time. Woo! Yeah, totally awesome. Alright everyone, officially in orbit around Moho. We are currently mapping with the map set, but it is not north-south. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get into a polar orbit. If you notice, our main tank, kind of dry. Yeah, unfortunately, please tell me I didn't nuke this tank. Oh, good. I just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute. 261 meters per second left in this. Might be enough to adjust our orbit because it is almost, it's like a 45 degree-ish, and we have a 5 million meter out orbit. I guess I can show you the map. I'll show you the guys. I'll show you guys the map. I'm not going to deny you map view ever. So our 95,000 meters on this side, and 5 million on this side. So we're going to loop around. I think go out to this end, add a maneuver, and just nope, wrong way. I'm not sure how much this is going to take out here. Probably not as much as it... I don't know why it does that. Probably not as much as I think it will take. These maneuver nodes really need some love. Whoa, hello. That's no good. That's no good. Yeah, so it's just going to take a little bit of effort to get this thing to work properly, but I will. I promise I will, just for you guys, just so you have that thing. That should be good, right? Oh, a little high. A little high. Wait. 262,000? We might want to bring that one down a little bit, I think. I think. Right? What do you got? 169? What do you think? 100,000? 150,000? I'm not sure. Moho's pretty tiny. 300,000 would just be way too high. So yeah, I think about here would be good. So we'll do that, and that's only 75 meters per second. Hey, who knows? We may be able to do this all with our big hitchhiker. With the hitchhiker. We could do this all with the hitchhiker, and that would be totally awesome, wouldn't it? We'll have to see. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to flip us all around, get us all up in a polar orbit, and then maybe try to get us into a circularized orbit. We have a ton of fuel left after this, 2,000 meters per second worth, which is a lot to work with around such a tiny rock as Moho. And we'll get ready to rock and roll, and let's see if Moho has any anomalies. That would be totally awesome and extremely hard to get to, but totally awesome anyway. So I'll see you guys once we're all set up and ready to go. Okay, everybody, a little bit of a bonus before we finish mapping Moho. I wanted to show you guys this little white dot here on the surface. I'm not sure what that is, but if light occlusion is working properly, that is above this horizon line. And that either means it's a very tall mountain or that's something else. I don't know what. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see, but we wanted to give a fond farewell to the KSA Hitchhiker 1. Specifically because, what is that little white dot? I'm trying to give a fond farewell, and I'm like staring at whatever the hell that thing is. Anyway, we wanted to give a fond farewell to the Hitchhiker 1, so in order to do so, we are going to go ahead and plop it right onto the surface of Moho. Yep, we ran out of fuel, but we were able to use the RCS jets to basically slow ourselves down enough to where we come into a surface crash. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're just going to go ahead and smash right into the surface of Moho. And we're going to check out the surface and see how rocky and bumpy it is. And who knows, maybe we'll see something awesome as we fly by. You never know. I wonder if we should come in more flat. Let's go ahead and slow down our... Oop, that's not what I wanted. Let's go ahead and roll over a little bit so we're pointed in the right direction. So we're just going to come in as flat as possible, like we've done in the past, and destroy as much as much of the rocket as possible, so that we don't have to worry about, you know, ending the flights and whatnot, so we don't have debris hanging out everywhere. So let's go ahead and do this. Just like that, perfectly nice and even. We'll just come on in. I know it won't stay that way as we come down, but you know. Oh, now we're down to 1 because we're low enough. Wow, Moho is actually very smooth, I guess. I don't know, it seems bumpy, but I don't know. It's odd. Oh, looks like we're going to come down somewhere near and or in a crater. That's cool. Maybe we'll pass over the crater and hit the ridge on the other side. Ooh, the magical mystery tour. That's what this is. Such a low orbit, too. Now, some people, like Scott Manley has said that the best way to land is to do this, to come in over the top of the planetoid or whatever you're landing on, and just slam on your gas to slow down, and then bring your ship down to take advantage of the O-berth effect. I don't know what the O-berth effect is. He mentions it several times. I haven't bothered to look it up. I really should. But yeah, he says to do this. But when you're coming in over the surface like this fast, 1,000 meters a second, it's scary. It is scary. I don't care what anybody says. Although this would be a perfect lander. I mean, if we were landing, look at this. This is probably sea level right here. This would be a perfect landing trajectory, I think. But unfortunately, we're not going to take advantage of that. We are going to come down hard, and we are going to blow up. So thank you very, 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 very much, KSA Hitchhiker. Once again, you have proven to be an apt model of rocketry. Especially when you're coming in at super speed. Yep, almost hit the ridge on the other side. Or did we? Oh, we did hit the ridge on the other side. Just barely. Boom. Ow. So nothing left, unfortunately, but that's, well, not unfortunately, that's what we were aiming for. But yeah, we were able to come across. So here's Moho up close and personal. We will finish mapping it, and then of course we will check to see if there's any anomalies, anything useful. If not, we shall find something else to do. Remember, super secret list. So I'll see you guys after I'm done mapping Moho. Okay guys, we're doing this map right now, and I don't even think you need an anomaly detector. What is that? I don't know if that's where the lines of the texture come together, or if that's a weird crater bug. But we have several lines right here, arcing out, and almost kind of pointing in the direction of this, which looks like a giant dish. Now this is the pole, or very close to the pole. I know that because I've been watching the map, and the map is right here. But it's not appearing as an anomaly. Is that just a bad texture grid? Does Moho have a dent in its head? That's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a pentagon, octagon. Is that 1, 2, 3 hexagon? Maybe. Yeah, it looks more like a hexagon, I think. And if that's the case, that might just be a bad texture grid right there at the North Pole. I think that's the North Pole. Yeah, the North Pole. Let's pass over. Maybe it pops an anomaly. I doubt it though. I haven't seen any dots on either end, and we're way, way, way up here. So not an anomaly per se. Something interesting to look at least. Not sure if it's something we'll ever want to actually, you know, visit, check out, whatever. Probably not. Probably not. Maybe if we have time after the mapping, we'll land in it. We'll see if we can land in it. I will say that mapping Moho is going to be one of the most annoying things I've ever done, if only because it has such a slow rotational speed that this grid line right here only expands about this far. So like the last time I ran through, it was like through here, and that was it. Yeah, I don't know what the screen glitches are for. I wish I could figure that out. No idea. But we'll figure it out. Probably a bug. So yeah, I think that's just part of the texture grid right there. A dent in the top of Moho, because I'm not seeing any... Well, you know what I didn't do? Anomalies on. Current position on. Yeah, so even with anomalies on, no dots. No dots. So yeah, I don't know what that is, but I don't think it's an anomaly, at least not a real one. but you can see it pretty far. Anywho, so once again, back to mapping. This video has a lot of cuts, and I do apologize for that. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I've just been trying to show off as much cool stuff as possible, because this is actually kind of a boring trip. Even though we are on the planet closest to the sun, I guess, is it still called Sun in Kerbal Space Program? I know it's called something else. It's not called Sun, it's called something else. But anyway, well, ours is called Sol. So, is it Kerbal? With an O? I don't remember. Anyway, somebody will mention in the comments. So, yeah. This is going to take a long time. So, so I will see you absolutely when this is done, since we've run out of interesting things to look at on Moho's surface, because it's dark now. So, I'll see you guys there. Alright everybody, finally, it's taken such a long time to map Moho because it spins so slowly on its axis. If you want to know how slowly it spins, I am at 300,000 meters or 300 kilometers. This is how accurate the Kethane map is. Now this thing blips once every second, I think. And so you can see how close these lines are together. Yeah, this is how long it took me to map this thing. So this is actually the most complete Kethane map I'll probably ever have. These gaps here are where I was able to fast forward time like really fast, so it wasn't mapping at all. And then I was able to map again later. So you get these little itty bitty lines here and there, but apart from that, everything worked out just fine. So we have mapped Moho for the most part. It's not 100%, but we have mapped Moho. This gap right here is of course where the dark side of Moho is at, so you can't see what's in there. Totally awesome. But anyway, anomalies. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, nothing. Nothing. So it looks like Moho is close to the sun, as hard as it is to get to. Very pretty, like this. And with its weird graphic issues at the top and bottom, I guess, where the textures align, is not anomalous. It is just a planet. So, unfortunately, this is not going to be a place where we're going to come anytime soon. It's very difficult to get here. We took out an entire hitchhiker unit just to get to this planet. In all honesty, our phase angles weren't perfect, but hey, you know, that's not the point. A little bit of frame rate issues, apologies for that. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, we've done Moho now, we've done Eve now. I guess that means, since there's no anomalies on either of these planets, that means it's time for the super secret project. Ah, yeah, you guys are hoping for that too. I know you guys were. You're like, oh my god, when is this idiot gonna finally do something cool? I know, but yeah. I'm in charge in this KSP, yo. You want to watch other people build bases, pointless bases all over the solar system, feel free. There are tons of people out there doing LPs for KSP. This is just my way of doing LPs for KSP. So I'm an explorer, we're exploring, and we only build a base if there's a reason to. So, but once again, I do have a super secret project coming up for you guys. It is going to be big, it is going to be long, but it's not, I hope, not going to be boring for everybody. And we will enumerate that in future episodes. So, once again, I would like to thank you all for joining me, 4 kilobytes short, on this Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program, Kerbal Space Adventures, and I will see you next video.